Welcome back to Renegade GCM. Today we have a matchup between Red Sanji versus Lucci. We choose to go first here in this matchup. We took a mulligan here. Just getting the Dawn, passing it to them. We have a couple 2Ks. We have a couple Searchers. We have the Shariah. Shariah's not very good in this matchup. It's a low cost character that can easily be removed by almost everything in the Lucci deck. But it's a 1K counter at the best for us in this matchup. So we're going to deploy the... We're going to actually put a Dawn on leader first and go 6. I'm trying to get better about doing my attacks before I deploy my characters. So we're going to play out the Searcher, grabbing a 6-drop Yasop, and just passing it back to them. We have 3 2Ks in hand, another Searcher if need be, the Shariah, and now a 6-drop 8K body that can give Rush. So they're going to go 5 into 5 here. So we're going to just give them that Searcher. They're going to play out the Rebecca, getting a Kaku from OP07 back to hand and passing to us. So here we're at 5 Dawn. We're going to put 3 onto our Luffy and go 6 into life here. See if they want to give us a counter, which they do. And then we'll put 2 on Sanji and go 7 into 5 here. And they take that hit. Let me just pass it back. So the thing with Lucci, they have a lot of ways to remove your board, but if you don't really play anything to the board, they have a lot of dead cards in hand. So I'm not saying that's the way to play it. I'm just saying it's an observation. So we still have 3 2Ks, a blocker, and 2 of the Yasops. So they're going to play another Rebecca down, getting another Kaku. Passing to us. Alright, so we got 6 here into 5 with leader. They're going to use a Rebecca, which is fine. We're going to give the 6-drop 8K Yasop Rush, go 8 into 5. They give us the blocker again, telling us that next turn they're going to be playing their Gecko. If they gave up the blockers that easy with 4 life and that many cards, it means Gecko's coming the following turn. But if you're going against a black deck, just outside of Blackbeard, just assume that Gecko's there on the 8-drop. They always seem to have it at 8 Dawn. They can have no cards in hand, draw top deck, they'll get the Gecko. So 7 into 5 here. They're giving the Yasop -1 with the Lucci leader effect. So we're just going to counter out here. We need a 2 and a 1, so we're going to give him a 2K and the Shariah. Like I said, the Shariah's not very good into the Lucci match, or any black removal decks like Smoker. Blackbeard's okay, but not like greatest. So they're going to play out their Kaku here, doing its effect and getting rid of our Yasop. So we're going to draw. We are at, what are we at, 9? So they didn't, which was surprising, they didn't play Gecko there, because that's usually the play. I'm really surprised they gave up those blockers that easy without a Gecko. So we're going to go 8 into 5 here into Lucci. They're going to give us counters out of hand, which is great. So now we're going to deploy the Yasop again to 6-8, giving it rush, going 8 into 5 again. This time they give us a life, so we're just going to pass it to them. So the opponent hit the 10 Dawn turn here. We still have 2 2Ks in hand, the 8-10 Shanks and the 4-6 Luffy. Still have 5 life. Opponent has 3. Opponent is sitting at like 7 cards in hand. So here they play the Gecko. I guess maybe they felt last turn it was more important to get rid of the Yasop. Or they didn't have it, which is a possibility, but... Alright, so they're going to get the Rebecca back and then draw the Kaku back from hand. 6 into 5 here, we're just going to 2K out. So now they're going to go 7 into 5 with their leader, trashing and giving our Yasop -1. We're going to take that, get the Shirai blocker, they pass it to us. Here we're at our 10 Dawn turn. We're just going to go 8 into 5 here with the Yasop that's on field. They give us the blocker, which is great. So we only need 8 Dawn for the next play, so we're going to attach 2 to leader. Go 7 into 5. They do counter. So here we're going to deploy the 8-drop 10k Shanks, giving it rush. And we're just going to go into the Kaku that's on field. And just pass it to him. So we have a 2k in hand and 3 1ks. So they gave the Shanks -5. Deployed Jack, and using Jack's effect to KO or trash the Shanks. Then they're going to put 11 into 8 here. 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, we're going to just counter out of here. I mean, it was a risk move. But we know that what they had on field couldn't pressure the Yasop after that. So we do end up taking that hit, and we get the 10-drop Shanks, which is great. We were looking to see if Ben Beckman was going to be viable here, but it's really not. So we're going to deploy the Shanks. And we're going to pressure the board here. We're going to go 8 with our Yasop into their Jack. They're going to use a 2k out, and now we're going to go 12 into it. And they give us that. And then we're just going to chip 5 into 5 here. They only got 3 cards in hand. And black has notorious for not having much counter in hand. So you got to pressure. So we have 2 1ks in hand. Not the greatest way to protect our 10-drop Shanks. So they played the Sabo, drawing 2, trashing 2, making their stuff KO immune. But Ben Beckman wants to trash stuff, not KO it. So 13 here, we could use both cards to counter out, just because they won't be able to pressure it again. So we're going to do that. So here they're just going to go 5 into life because they can't really pressure anything on the field. And we draw another Ben Beckman off of life, which is great. So here we're going to deploy the 7-drop to trash the Sabo. Put the remaining 3 Dawn on our leader. Go 8 into 5. So they give us that. We're going to go 8 into 5 again here. All right, so they have the counter. So we're not going to be able to end the game. So we're going to try to pressure that Gecko out. And we'll just pass it back to him. Yeah, the 12 would have hit life. They would have been at 0, but the Gecko still would have been on the field. We have 3 big bodies on field right now. Black doesn't really have rush. So at most, they'll be able to, they want to use all their Dawn to pressure the board. That's going to be their entire turn. And we still have the Beckman and the Sanji to attack back if need be, plus whatever we play from hand. So they play their 8-drop Gecko, getting back Rebecca blocker. See what Rebecca grabs. So, oh, they played Soap Sheep to give our Ben Beckman -2 and the Yasop -2. Then they get the Helmeppo back, I'm assuming with Gecko, giving the Yasop -5 total. Then they're going to play Spandine, putting some stuff at the bottom of their deck for Spandine's ability to get the 4-drop Lucci, which has to put more cards at the bottom of their deck. And they KO the Yasop. So 5 into 5 here. We're going to take that hit, and it's back to us. They have 1 blocker, which we're going to deploy Ben Beckman to remove that. And we're going to put 3 on our leader, go 7 into 5 with Ben Beckman. They take that last hit. We're going to go 12, saying, hey, it's going to use all your counter. And then we still had an 8k backup. So they had only a 1k in hand. As you see, Lucci was trying to remove board. But with the Sanji having like overstated characters, it was kind of hard for them. Like a lot of our characters are a higher cost, but they're overpowered. So we still had another 2k in life coming and another Uda on top of deck. But make sure you guys like, subscribe, more One Piece content coming soon.